Hey guys, it's Sandy. So I wanted to get on here and do a little bit of a different video because I think this is a very important subject that I want to talk to you about, and it is about being prepared in your home. So having a prepper pantry of sorts. Now you're thinking, why would you even be talking about this, or what's the reason? Listen, there are so many things. Your life could change in literally an instant. So it's really important to have things prepared in your home, that you have that peace and that security of knowing that I can take care of my family and I can feed my family if I need to. So what could happen? Well, how about a natural disaster? They've been happening all over. And it's just nice that if something happened around you, that you would be able to feed your family if you couldn't get out to a store or something happened. How about if we lose power and you don't have power, could you feed your family still? What about a job loss, or somebody in your house gets really ill? It might be you, it might be somebody else who brings money into the home, or a child and you can't work, so you have to stay home, or you can't go out for some reason. We know that can happen. How about we just can't go out for some reason? What if the government does something wonky and just life changes, again, for some reason that you can't get out to the grocery stores, or, there's just so many things. What I'm trying to do is just lay the scenario that it's not just like be scared and that kind of thing. It's be prepared for anything. Then you're just covered. You're covered and you feel secure. I know somebody told me one time, an older lady said, having food in your house, in your pantry, is like having money in the bank. It gives you security. What do you need? Well, let me go over some basics. I've done this for a little while. I make sure that we have food in our pantry. And listen, you know what our ancestors did? They always were prepared. Think about your grandmothers and your great-grandmothers, or even maybe your mother. She most likely had canned food that they had canned over the summer, ready for the winter, or they had stuff in the cellar, or they had animals they were butchering, or they were always getting prepared because they knew you always just had that security. It was normal. It's not normal now because we have a grocery and we go to the grocery every few days to get whatever we want. Instead, what if you couldn't and you just needed stuff? What do you need? This is what I think. Basic things that you can easily make a meal. So pasta is something that's wonderful. It lasts on the shelf for a long, long time. It's a great addition. Have a can of sauce, whatever kind of sauce you like, and you've got a meal. You want to make it a better meal? You could add some chicken to it, and you could add some green beans, and you've got a full meal. So this is what I'm talking about. It's how you could feed your family. Pasta and sauce, it's an absolute. It's cheap, it's easy, and you can feed you have a meal ready. Something else that I think is super important is canned meat. So you've got canned tuna, canned salmon. I'm weird, I like sardines. So canned sardines. You have canned chicken. Somebody said at one time you could buy ground beef in can in the store. I don't know, maybe. But canned meat is important because you need that protein source. So canned meat, get that. Peanut butter is an absolute for us. We love peanut butter in our house, so got to get peanut butter. It gives you a good amount of calories, and also energy with the just from the calories. The only thing about peanut butter, though, is it does have oil in it. So since it does have oil, it's not shelf stable for a long, long time. It'll stay on your shelf for a long time, but not for super long. So you do want to make sure and keep rotating it out. You buy some protein. You buy some peanut butter at the store. You use this, put it in its place. Okay, you know this one probably. Rice and beans, because they're going to last on your shelf for a long, long, long time, years and years, and nothing's going to happen to them as long as you store them correctly in a cool, dry place. But this is a perfect protein. Beans and rice together is a perfect protein. It's a great meal to be able to make at any time. If you don't like beans, don't buy them. But you can, like we really do. We really like beans and rice. You can buy pinto beans and black beans and kidney beans and lentils, and you can make a lot of different dishes with them. So rice and beans is a must in our house. But maybe you don't want to do the bag of beans. Get them in a can. Make it easy on yourself if you don't like that. They're less expensive if you buy them this way and just learn how to cook them, and they're delicious whenever you cook them. But if that's not easy, but get them in a can and just use them that way. Okay, so you got to have nutrition, more nutrition than this. you need some canned vegetables and canned fruit. Canned vegetables and fruit will sit on your shelf for a long time. They're not like fresh, obviously, but we're talking about a scenario of if you can't get out or whatever reason, whatever would happen, you might need to have this food at home. So canned vegetables, canned fruit. I always make sure we have canned tomatoes because you can make a lot of different dishes using tomatoes in it. And make sure with fruits and vegetables you buy, it's stuff you like. So I hate fruit cocktail in a can. I'm not going to buy that because we won't eat it. So you only buy the stuff that you and your family will eat. So these kind of things are important so you can get that nutrition and they last a long time on a shelf also. Now, this is convenience, right? You got to have convenient foods. You're not trying to make a gourmet meal. You're trying to just pull food together out of your pantry that you can feed your family. These are wonderful. So either buy cans of soup that's easy just to make, or these pouches of soup are really good too. And I'm not talking about super nutrition here, right? I'm talking about good nutrition, but I'm also not trying to lose weight or anything. I'm trying to sustain life is what we're doing. So these pouches are great because all you have to do is add boiling water. Now, let's say for this minestrone, you add the boiling water, you add the soup or add the mix, you have soup, but you want to make it a little better. Well, you can add your can of tomatoes and you can add your can of pinto beans. So then you've got a good protein in there and you've got some more vegetables in there. You can even add green beans because it's minestrone soup. So, you know, that's good that way. So you just use stuff. You could add chicken, so you add stuff just to make it a little more bulkier. And if you have this stuff in your pantry, you can do that. Okay, you always need to have oil. So in my opinion, coconut oil is the best thing to have because it is solid at room temperature. It sits, okay, Josie is running by. It sits in your pantry for a really long time. When coconut oil gets warm, it turns to liquid. You can cook with this. You can also use it as a moisturizer on your skin. You can put it in your mouth, swish it around. It cleans your teeth. It also helps with healthy gums. I did a video on that I'll post somewhere because I never know where that thing shows up. I will post this also. This is a great oil to have. You want something to be able to cook with. Along with cooking, salt is a must. This is not the salt that we eat on a daily basis. This is a long-term shelf pantry salt that I keep because salt is very important for our bodies. It helps flavor food. This is our everyday salt. This is what we eat all the time. But I wanted some cheap salt also that I could just put in the pantry. So I bought this. Along with salt, you want to make sure you have spices because you have to put some flavor in your food. So make sure you have spices that you like, and then you're set with that. And then the last things are treats, because if you can't get out for some reason or you're home for a while, you want some good stuff. So some kind of candy, like hard candy, lasts for a long time on the shelf. So does dried fruit. It lasts for a long time on the shelf. So buy some of this stuff that you can have if you're like just need something sweet. Something like hot cocoa. These packets, they last for a long time on the shelf. So this is just stuff, I'll bring it in, that I want you to think about also that you could buy for your pantry. You're not going to do it all at once. Don't just go out and buy everything all at once. We're not talking about spending that kind of money. Do it a little at a time. Get your pantry full and have that peace of mind at your house also. I think the prepper pantries are very, very important. It will give you security. Mostly the world's a little wonky right now. So, give your family and yourself security by getting some stuff in your house. I know there's more. If there's things you think about, please put it in the comments, like things that you know that need added to this. Water is a definite. And then if you guys like this and want some more information on what else I think you need in your home, let me know in the comments and I'll do another video. Okay, you guys, until next time, I'm out.